And welcome to episode 17 of Operation Premiership with Coventry City now. We're starting to get through the third season, so I've got 2 months worth of fixtures to recap you with, plus a live com at the end of October. So we'll get straight into the fixtures now. There haven't been any transfers, so the last time you saw us was after the 3-2 victory over Sheffield United. And as you can see, there's been plenty of good news since then. We went away to Norwich next and drew 1-1, a very, very good result against a side relegated from the Premiership last season. And we could have even won it. We lost Chris Eagles to injury 10 minutes before half-time. And 10 minutes after half-time, we conceded. James Vaughan picking up on a defensive error to put past Alex McCarthy into the back of the net and make it 1-0. Manucho equalised it 11 minutes later though for us to make it 1-1, and 7 minutes later John Fleck had the chance to make it 2-1 to us from the penalty spot. His penalty was saved though, and it remained 1-1. If you look at the stats, it would have been harsh had we won. Norwich dominated, but they didn't take their chances. We were lucky to come out of here with a point, but we worked well. We did well against a side that have still got plenty of Premiership players in the squad, and a decent result. I was really pleased with it. We then went and played Middlesbrough at home and won 1-0. This Middlesbrough were relegated in the first season and then promoted back up last season. John Fleck with the only goal of the game after half an hour to give us all 3 points, and on the day we fully deserved it. It should have been more than 1-0. 57% of the possession, 17 shots to their 3 and 8 on target to their 1. We really deserve more than just a 1-0 win, but 3 points is 3 points. Whether it's 1-0 or 5-0, it's 3 points that matters. We then went and played Bolton away, and Bolton are a real bogey side of mine on Football Manager. I can never beat them, it doesn't matter who I am. And despite them losing 2 players, Lee Chung Young and Mark Davis, to injury, they won 4-0, and Marvin Sordell scored all 4 for them after 3, 18, 65 and 84 minutes. I was in overload by the time these 2 goals came in, trying to get back into the game. I mean, we had more possession, which was a bit shocking, but they had far more chances than us. They created a lot more, and fully deserved to beat us on the day. I don't think it should have been as big as scoreline as it was, but 4-0, you can't really complain at the finishing. The finishing was top notch on the day, especially from Marvin Sordell anyway. So sorry about that. Going back to the fixtures, the next game was away at Birmingham. This was the end of Lee Clark's reign. He was sacked a couple of games after this. We drew 2-2 with them. Alex Nimley, after 6 minutes, putting Birmingham in front. Manucho equalised 10 minutes into the second half to level it for us. Jordan Spence, after 74 minutes, thought he'd given Birmingham the win to put them 2-1 up. But 3 minutes from time, just after Bebe got injured, we had a free kick on the right hand side. Chris Eagles whipped it in, and Christopher Olsen, on loan from Arsenal, stole in to put it away and make it 2-2. And it was a fairly even game shots wise. We slightly edged the possession, but to be honest, the draw was probably a fair result, and it was a good result for us in a local derby. We then played Peterborough at home, and I was a bit disappointed with this because Peterborough, like Middlesbrough, were promoted last season, and I was expecting all 3 points, and we dominated the game statistically, but we just couldn't find a way to get past the keeper, and they held out for a 0-0 draw. That was the headline after Peterborough hold on. That was all they were doing. They were just holding on for the draw. By the end of it, we were all over them, but we just couldn't finish any of our chances. Next up was a away game against Bristol City. Bristol City are right up there for the title again this season, and it was a difficult game. They fully deserved the win really. Dean Shields, after 32 minutes, with the only goal of the game to make it 1-0. They had 13 shots to our 6, 4 on target, and we didn't hit the target once, so we were never really going to score. Possession was fairly even though, but I can't begrudge Bristol City to win on the day. They were better than us. But that kick-started a fantastic run of results. We then played Burnley at home. Now Burnley are up there again as well in the top 6 picture, and we battered them 3-0 at the Rico. Sabai, after 34 minutes, getting the scoring underway. David Davis, 13 minutes from time, made it 2, and 5 minutes from time, Olsen got his second for the club to make it 3. And if you look at the stats, we played better than them. We had more chances, we had more on target, we had more possession. All round, we were better than Burnley on the day. Whether it was a 3-0, like it deserved to be as big a scoreline as that, I don't know. But we definitely deserved 3 points, and I don't think they can begrudge us that. We then played Leicester away in the M69 derby, live on Sky, and we won 1-0. John Fleck, after 32 minutes, with the only goal of the game. To be honest, it was a smash and grab victory. They had 14 shots to our 7. They hit the target 5 times. We only hit the target once, but when we hit the target, we scored. We had far more possession than them, though, which shows that my tactics are starting to work. We're playing. I've since changed. Whether I'm home or away, I'm playing control from the start. So I'm going to control the game. I'm retaining possession as well. So basically, getting the ball, holding on to it, passing it around. As long as we got the ball, they can't score. That's the philosophy I'm going with at the moment. It seems to be working. To get a second win on the bounce against Leicester was really, really good, and that actually got Roberto Martinez the sack from Leicester, as it carried on their run of defeats, and they hadn't scored in about 5 games as well. We then played Crystal Palace at home and won 2-1. Goals from John Fleck after 18 minutes and Bebe after 47 gave us a 2-0 lead. Jake Jervis pounced on a defensive error with 17 minutes to go to give Palace a hope, but they couldn't really get a foothold in the game in the last few minutes, and we managed to quite comfortably hold on for a 2-1 victory. We had more chances than them, more shots on target, more possession. Again, another really, really well worked win and 3 points on the board. And we kept that run going, 4 wins on the bounce. At home to Ipswich in our last game, we won 1-0 thanks to David McGoldrick's goal after 64 minutes. We had more possession again, as we are doing in a lot of our games. They had more chances, which probably would have said that you would have thought they would have got a goal from those chances. But Alex McCarthy really has been in inspired form this season. Possibly even better than he was last season. He's getting regularly into the 7s. What's his average rating this season? 7.17. He's conceded 15 in 15 league. He's really, really impressive goalkeeper, and I think he's the major difference between why our defence was so poor last season, because as soon as he came in, we started playing well. So that was the last game against Ipswich, 1-0 win. So that's 4 wins on the bounce now, and we're going to look to make it 5 in the live com today, which is Barnsley at home. They are a beatable team by any standards for us. They're not one of the strongest sides in the league. They're missing Andy Little through a torn hamstring. We are missing 3 players. John Fleck with a twisted ankle, Salahuddin Sabai is out with a hernia, and Franco Scalata is out with a broken ankle. Although we have missed all these 3 in the last 2 or 3 games, and it hasn't really affected us too badly. So we'll be looking to make it 5 on the bounce. I'll quickly show you the Empower Championship table before the game, and as you can see, we're far more comfortable than we were last season. Last season we got 44 points from 46 games. This season we got 24 after 15. So it shows how much of an improvement we made from last season, and we are up in the playoff picture. We are just a point behind Cardiff, who are in the playoffs. If we win today, we can jump into those playoffs. It is our game in hand in the midweek. So the 3 games are us against Barnsley, Bolton play West Ham, and Burnley play Hull. So if we win, we will go into the top 6, which will be really, really good, really impressive, and not something I've really expected. I was hoping that we could get mid-table, maybe push into the top 10, but I was not expecting us to be around the top 6. So if we do, that would be a massive, massive plus. So I'm going to change the team around a little bit. McGoldrick's not quite fit, so he's going to be rested for today, as is Top or Stanley. So Minuccio and Page are going to come in. Page is going to come in for his first start of the season, or first few minutes of the season as well. And I think I'm going to leave it at that. Eagles and Bebe have been good on the wings recently. We're just keeping Cheryshev out, the young man from Real Madrid. So we'll go with that. If Edginguaili can keep up some sort of form, I may decide to actually offer him the contract he wants. I'll see if he still wants one, and he does. So I will be able to offer him a contract. I'm just going to leave it as late as I can, so that I don't have to fork out any unnecessary wages. So we'll get the game underway. So our team is McCarthy in goal, Clark, Mickwell, Edginguaili and Page. Then in midfield, Bebe, Hetherington, Davis and Eagles, with Olsen playing in the hole behind Minuccio. For Barnsley it's a straight 4-4-2, Steele in goal, Stones, Craney, Edwards and Lafferty at the back, O'Brien, Klingon, Pratley and Perkins in midfield, with Derrida up front with Davis. So we can move on to 5th today. We can. It's going to be a massive ask because we're going to have to win about 8-0, but I'll just be happy to get moved into 6th place. That would be really, really good for us. Not something, like I said, I was going to be expecting, but we'll see what happens. So let's just set this up, and we should get underway in a second. I want to control the match again. Like I said, I was, from the start of the season, I was playing counter away from home and control at home, and I noticed that we hadn't won away from home all season in the middle of September. So after the Bristol City game I changed, and I decided to control every game from the start and then judge it from there as to whether I needed to go defensive or not. So the game's going to kick off. It's going to be Barnsley to get underway. It's Davis back to Edwards, Lafferty and Perkins, and Pratley to Perkins again. He's tackled by Clark. It's a throw into Barnsley, and a pointless highlight ended. So with 5 minutes in, it's still 0-0. Still no highlights as well. So we start to get towards the first quarter of the match gone. So we had a really, really impressive season. Like I said, I was expecting top 10 at most, and we've really, really impressed. It is still early though. There's still a chance that we can mess up as Derrida now, and Barnsley pushing forward. It's cleared up though. Minuccio tries to flick it on. It's gone straight through to Steele, and he's giving it away to Bebe with a poor pass. Bebe, can we punish him? Bebe crossing in. Olsen 1-0. 1-0 to Coventry. And it's Olsen with the goal for us, the man on loan from Arsenal. I wasn't sure if I was going to be playing him, but he's starting to make a real claim for the first team spot. And Fleck and the other players who could play centre mid and attacking mid are going to have to really work their socks off. They're going to knock him out of the team because he's scored 3 goals now in the space for a few games. As we come up to half time, it is 1-0, the only highlight of the half falling to us. A poor pass from their goalkeeper Luke Steele, ending up at the feet of Bebe, and he set up Olsen for the goal that gives us the leads. So I'm going to say I'm happy and to keep it up. Just keeps morale going, morale high. And while morale's high, you're going to play better football and hopefully win matches. So we'll get the second half underway, and it's back to Mickwell, and it's forward. Edwards heads it away, and it's the end of the highlight. Here's Clark with a throw into Bebe. Clark, a minute into the second half. Olsen, Hetherington, Davis. He's been really instrumental since coming in the centre of midfield, really just holding the ball in that midfield. Strong man in there. Only 23 of course. As we lose the ball is Klingon. O'Brien now for Barnsley down the right hand side, taking it past Page into Derrida, and it's 1-1. Barnsley have got the equaliser. Steve Derrida straight away in the second half, and Barnsley have been knocked one past us to make it 1-1. Disappointing. Barnsley aren't the best of sides, and we should be taking advantage of that. There's Klingon, Stones, O'Brien now for Barnsley as they come forward again. O'Brien, it's 2-1. What is that? We've just let him run from the halfway line past the defence, and it looked pretty much like bad keeping from McCarthy as well. It looked like he committed himself to going down at his feet and losing out. And with half an hour to go, we're going to have to make some changes. Right, let's move Eagles and Bebe up. And I think I'm going to bring Olsen off. I know he scored, but bring Olsen off, bring McGoldrick on, and that'll do for now, I think. Oh no, actually bring Cheryshev on for Eagles. There's a bit of fresh legs down the left wing. Try and get at the young fullback Stones. And we need to get back into this game. We've been pretty poor in this second half. We've given away 2 sloppy goals, and we've gone from being in command at 1-0 to losing 2-1. Right, we've got a free kick. Klingon off the bar, and Clark clears it away to Bebe, who's pushed, and he's got a free kick for it. 20 minutes to go. It's still 2-1 to Barnsley, and we're looking really poor. We need to start getting some possession and creating a chance or two. We're going to get a chance before the end of the game. Doesn't look like it at the moment. 3 minutes of added time. Rosado with the corner, it's cleared away, it's McGoldrick. Counter-attack possible here, just going into injury time. McGoldrick down the left hand side into Minuccio to Bebe. Bebe, Cheryshev, saved and cleared out for a corner. Bebe with the corner, in it comes, cleared away, and Wiseman now for Barnsley. Brings it away, back to Craney, back to Steele. And it looks like it's going to be all over. Cleared up by Steele. Pratley flicks it on, Edgingwaley, Page, Davis, Cheryshev to Edgingwaley, and it's all over. And a shocking second half performance from the lads has ended our winning run. We looked like we were going to extend it to 5. Instead, we've lost the winning run, we've lost the unbeaten run. We've been beaten by Barnsley at home as well. And I'm really not pleased with that. It was a shocking second half performance. We had the win in our hands and we've thrown it away. And look at that, we dominated on chances and everything. And weirdly enough, they've had more possession than us. Cena's dropped to 9th behind Burnley, who won. But still, I can't even complain that that's 16 games gone. We're 9th place. We're 10 points away from the relegation zone. So we've had a really top start to the season. And yeah, just hope to maybe keep going and get a decent, respectable finish in the league. Maybe even push on for the playoffs, depending on where we are, whether we get any extra money in January. So that is the league table now. We are 9th place, 2 points behind Burnley. We're 7 points off the automatic promotion places, although they are a fair way away from me. That's not what I'm looking towards. I don't think in my wildest dreams I'll get in them. I think it'll be a big achievement if we get top 6. The top 10 would be a realistic ambition and something that I think we can do and would be a really good achievement if we do. So guys, that's the end of the episode. I'll go onto the fixtures and show you what the next episode will be. How many fixtures we got in November? We've got a few. I will play the 6th, and then I will live com the Leeds United match at the Rico. Or actually make the episodes a bit more filling. We'll go right to the end of the year, so I'll play these 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games, and then we'll live com Middlesbrough away. So that will be the next episode. If you've liked this episode, please do give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It is greatly appreciated. It does keep my my morale up when I'm doing the videos and things, which I am really enjoying. But obviously when you get more subscribers, you've got more people following you, it gives you a bit of a boost to do it, to get the videos out quicker. So yeah, and also if you've got any comments, do leave them. I'll reply to every comment you've got. Where do you think we're going to finish in the Championship this season? Do you think we can get a decent run out of these games that are coming up? Anything you want really, just ask me anything and I will reply to it. So thanks a lot guys for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.